Julie with Heal to Change. I'm an intuitive medical healer, and I've actually experienced many of the things that I've discussed. And I also am very intuitive and I know what's going on. So, when we talk about not everybody has to like you, I grew up with people not liking me. And I've had to really learn to discover that it's okay. When I wanted to think about every time I thought about becoming a public speaker, I was terrified. And when I look at other speakers, a lot of speakers have thousands, if not millions, of people that love them, actors and singers, ball players, sports players. They all have thousands of people that love them to death. But the ones that don't like them, I was just recently listening to a speaker. She was on social media. She had like 500,000, no, 5 million people who loved her. And she quit doing the social media. She had a great following, 5 million followers. She had this great following, but the people that told her to go kill herself, the ones that told her that she's stupid or she can't get a real job, all the ones that put her down and said mean things to her were the ones that traumatized her, and she quit. She was talking about it. I was listening to her, and I listened to some of the other speakers. And some of the other speakers, uh, I really wanted to be different, a different type of speaker where I didn't allow those things to bother me, and they don't. I had to learn to remove, and I actually would have people say mean things to me on here 5 years ago. And when they said mean things, I would be in bed for 2 days. And I thought, I don't even know these people. Why do I care if they like me? So when I started listening to other speakers, people would speak and then they see all their emails. People would say mean things like, you're too old, you're too fat, you don't know enough, you're not smart enough. And it was the first 50 emails they read. And I thought, why would that bother them? And what I realized is they haven't really loved themselves and learn to appreciate themselves. So I went in a different direction after I had some of that trauma of people saying mean things. They would say, you're going to kill somebody. We need to get you off of here. Because I teach how to heal yourself. And I also say there's certain questions that you ask the universe to help the energy come to you with the right information. So when you ask for something, when you ask for it, you may not be able to heal something, but the right person will be in touch with you to help you heal. So that's what I mean when I say we can all heal ourselves. We may not be able to have the universe, our self-talk, positive thinking heal ourselves, but when you ask for help, certain people, certain information that we're not familiar with could help us move forward in healing. So when I talk about back in the day when I had somebody hurt my feelings, I was traumatized. I'd be in bed for a couple days. What I did is I learned to remove and figure out, why are these people so hurtful? And the more I listened to other healers or public speakers or social media speakers, I mean, anybody doing live broadcasting, I found out more and more that their feelings got hurt and they let things bother them. And I actually teach people how to remove and guard yourself, remove those emotions that make you feel so bad. So, usually, when somebody says something mean to you or hurtful, it's because they're already hurting inside. Whether it's true or not doesn't matter, because that's what my thoughts are. Anybody that says something mean is obviously a very hurtful person and doesn't love themselves. They're not happy with their self. If you ever looked at somebody that was completely unhappy, they loved when other people were miserable too, because then you guys had something to talk about. I remember a story where somebody was on my social media and they were saying mean things to me. And I'm like, You have a different perspective, and it's okay. And as long as I said nice things to him, he stopped saying mean things to me. It took me a while to figure this out, that people that say hurtful things are trying to get you to react. And when you react, they can dive in and stab you and nudge you. I mean, just cause pain, right? And so I had somebody, it's a really funny story. I had somebody that was on here and said they were saving me from killing people. And I said, "You're entitled to this information. But I still love you. I've learned to love everything, everyone, myself. And when you do this, it actually softened him up. I said, it's okay that you disagree with me. There's different ways you can say it. It's okay you disagree with me. I still love you. Because all of us have different upbringing. I know what my issues were, why it hurt me so much that not everybody liked me. They don't have to, but why don't they like me? And I heard this from so many other speakers, but I'm not going to let that bother me, and I'm not going to quit. I'm going to continue to keep speaking because I've learned how to let go of the judgment. I stopped judging myself. That person who I said, I love you, he told me that people didn't like him. I mean, he opened up to me and we had a great conversation. And by the end of the conversation, he said, thank you. It was really heartfelt. It was just amazing, because that meant I was getting to get people to like me. Not that I'm going to get everybody to like me, and that wasn't my purpose. But when you react to people that say mean things, that's what they're trying to do. Somebody's trying to call. They're trying to bring you down, and they're thinking they win. Where they are, if you're laid up in bed for a couple days. So how do you remove those feelings of people, that not everybody has to like you, that people don't need to like you? um I usually say it's okay that not everyone likes me. Not everybody has to like me. It's okay that not everybody likes me. And I'll say this over and over again. But what I did is I learned to stop judging myself. And if you can think in your head that when people say mean things, it's because they're not happy with themselves. So far, my theory on that was correct. I haven't had anybody tell me any different. Um, I'm not really sure. Any questions? Since I have a couple of you on here, do any of you run through this where you just, it bothers you that people don't like you, or maybe you're having a problem? I know with the Republicans and the Democrats that they people are not friends anymore. A lot of people are not friends because of the difference in who they voted for. I really don't understand that. I'm friendly towards anybody. Everybody, in my opinion, everybody's right because that's their belief. Hi, Julie. It amazes me how someone could not like you because you are really nice. Thanks, VM. VM, what is your real name? I mean, what do you go by? Well, there are people. I don't know if you heard the story. And I'm talking about this because as a public speaker, I learned how to let go of stuff when people are on camera, on the other side of this camera, when there's people out there that I don't know. But I actually had a client in my domain, in my office, and she was here because she was very unhappy. She was very angry. And what I saw is she was very disappointed in life and herself. The problem was she wasn't ready to heal and take the information that I was offering, because what I was offering her was, you need to make changes to yourself. Life isn't going to change. You're going to change. That's the only thing you can do. As I was doing a Reiki healing on her, I could see her breathing was just really off. She was very miserable. From the moment, I mean, 2 weeks before she made her appointment, I could hear it in her voice. She's very unhappy, very depressed. Vince is my first name, Julie. Thanks, Vince. All right, now I can call you Vince. So when she came in and I was working on her about 25 minutes, 30 minutes, I asked if she was okay. And she goes, Are you done yet? Just like that. And I'm like, no, I'm not finished. This is not what I expected. Ooh, well, what were you expecting? So I was doing Reiki on her. So I don't touch people when I'm working with energy. And although she said she had Reiki before, and I asked her why she had it again, she really didn't have an answer, but she wasn't ready to hear what I had to say, and I had to let her go. So I didn't think it bothered me, but it bothered me. It bothered me so bad. And here's where I talk about body aches, fatigue, upset stomach. This happens when you're not happy in a situation. A lot of people think it's something they're eating, something that they're doing, and they don't relate their their trauma or emotions, their stress to the aches and pains. You've got to remove those aches and pains. So by the third day of feeling all this pain, to me, I thought I had removed it. It didn't bother me. By the third day, I was so fatigued, and I asked myself, what is going on? And it was that lady. And I was like, how could she not like me? Why was she so mean and nasty? I understood it, but I didn't understand it. She was miserable in her own self, with her own self. And I had to learn to let those people go. So I'm good at it on social media. You can say something mean to me all you want. I've learned to overcome that. But she was in my office with, I mean, and it was hurtful. And I was so mad at myself that I allowed it to bother me. But I had to go back in my childhood. So, what I usually do when I tell people, if things bother you, how did your outdoor video recording go on the Ocean Cliffside? So the recording didn't go. I couldn't remember the other day. I told you that the computer did or my phone didn't work. It didn't, and I didn't do a. I haven't been back to the beach, so I wasn't able to record yet. I was actually going to go up the street here. It's been really overcast and cloudy and cold. That beach that had those beautiful cliffs was a half hour away, and I don't have that much time in between taking my son to school um, and working to go to those cliffs. I'm just going to try going down the street to the beach, but I'm waiting for a beautiful sunny day. So how do we um and I do need to see if one of my videos would go up uh because I did not see the video going up, like uploading. It said you could do a broadcast and you could load it later, but I have to look at it. Anyway, so when you have something traumatize you, like somebody says something mean, it doesn't matter where it is. You have to look into yourself and go back to, why is this bothering me? Where did I have this happen? When was the last time I had this happen before that it bothered me so much? And what you'll find out is it comes from your childhood. And I talk a lot about my childhood because all my trauma came from my childhood of kids being mean to me and not being, I didn't make friends well. I talk a lot now. I was very super shy, and I'm probably still super shy, but I can't see you guys. um, I look forward to doing this, speaking in front of people when they're in front of me and I can see all their friendly, happy faces and their grumpy faces, whatever's going on. I'm going to be doing some outside meditation. So I'm going to have my followers out there in front of me. I'm looking forward to it, actually, kind of. So, where was I? So, if you had a bad childhood where kids picked on you, that's going to keep you. I bet you are beautiful. Aw, thanks, Vince. I don't know. Maybe. I think all kids are cute. But thank you. You look back into your childhood to figure out, that it traumatized you then. And then you talk to that child and say, it's okay. It's okay that not everybody likes you. It's okay. Not everybody needs to like you. Not everybody needs to like you. Why do we need everybody to like us? There's going to be people that don't like my pink hair. Those are my friends. They don't like my pink hair. And There's going to be people that just don't like the way I talk. I have friends that actually still like me, but they don't believe in what I do when I teach that you can heal yourself. And so I do have people that disagree with what I think and how I do things. Some people don't believe in my type of healing. Hi, Julie. How have you been? I spoke with you about a year ago. The Carrie 75. I'm doing fabulous. I'm here. I know you didn't speak to me here. Was that on Facebook, Instagram, Periscope? Are you from Periscope? Did you speak to me on the phone? On the I guess we're speaking on the phone right now. So if you have questions about people not liking you and you're questioning yourself like why people don't like you, there's a way of learning to love and appreciate yourself. And if you listen to me, I teach people how to love and appreciate themselves because that lets go of a lot of the emotion of why you didn't move forward and have the things that you wanted. Oh, you spoke to me on the phone? Okay, I hope I was some of help. Did I help you with anything? I don't need everyone to like me, just a few are fine. So, as in the last 30 years before I started building my confidence, I didn't think anybody liked me. When I owned a company at 19, I always used to say that I was the employee. I never said that I was the owner. And my employees would always laugh at me. They're like, "Why didn't you tell me that you're the owner?" And I'm like, I don't think they need to know. I didn't want them to ask me any questions that I couldn't answer. So I was so super shy. That's how bad I was when I owned a company. But now, as I built confidence and I appreciate and love myself, if you listen to my videos, I have affirmations. Yes, you did. By the way, you look amazing. Thank you. Well, back then, if you knew, I was still dealing with my stomach issue. I'm still dealing with it, but I'm getting to the root cause. I know it's going to be working really soon. I'm super excited. I've never given up on my stomach. So, for some of you who just came on, I talk about stomach issues. And as I've healed myself, I think as I've gone through a spiritual journey and a spiritual awakening, that I'm supposed to go through certain things to help other people move forward. So, because I can handle it and I never give up, I've never given up. So, when I was younger, I could not talk to people and I was so shy that I just assumed nobody liked me. I did it a lot. Anywhere I went, I just, people didn't come up and talk to me. I swear I had a dark shadow, a cloud over my head that nobody's going to like me. They want the cute blonde girl. I was brunette back then. Because all my blonde friends, actually, even my brunette friends, a lot of my friends always got guys after them all the time. And I just chose not to date that much. But I just kind of thought, well, that's a lot of people to date. They had new boyfriends every week. That wasn't the kind of person I was. And I'm glad. I'm glad that they could do that and have fun. But I just like hanging out with my friends. So now I know why. It's because I didn't have any confidence in the way I looked in my appearance because I didn't dress like they did. We don't look at your stomach. I look at your face. So your stomach is irrelevant. Yeah, but I talk about healing the stomach. So in order for me to heal the stomach, I'll have this amazing energy. And I do want to teach people to that they can have the body that they want. So that's why I talk about my stomach all the time. A lot of people are having issues because they've gained weight from having children. They may have gained weight because they're over 40 or 50, or maybe they've always had weight issues. So I talk about diet and feeling good. So I feel good most of the time, but then I eat my donuts and my cookies and my ice cream. And I used to drink, but I don't drink anymore. As of right now, no more sugar. I am working on feeling better and eating solid cooked foods and beef, beef broth, bone broth, beef bone broth. So I'm making some soup right now. I'm on a cooked soup healthy eating diet. So, Vince, what are you doing on here? Are you not working? Or are you working while you're talking? And the Carrie 75, how are you feeling from when we talked a year ago? Has anything changed? I know if it's been a year, I didn't come on here during quarantine or Periscope. What's going on in your life that's different? That's better. Hopefully, you guys can answer that really quick. All right, you know what I want to do is I'm probably going to go take a drive. It's 3 o'clock here. I want to take a drive up the hill and see if my phone works because I really want to do meditation on here and live meditation. I don't want to do a video, but if I have to do a video, I'll do a video. And that's pretty much all I had to say about talking about everybody doesn't need to love you. Everybody does not need to love you, right? Is that correct? Yeah, I think that's good. All right, I've got to go downstairs and do homework with my child because I like to learn about how to do his homework. My father passed unexpectedly last month. I'm sorry to hear that. It wasn't because of the COVID, was it? I thought we had that under control, but was he sick? Hopefully you're doing okay. The Carrie, I'm sorry I don't remember who you are from a year ago. So much has happened since that quarantine. Are you okay? I'll send you some healing, loving energy. Sending everybody healing, loving energy to everyone who accepts it. Because I love you guys. All of us should feel good. Head on collision. Oh, that's horrible. I'm so sorry to hear that. That's horrible. Kind of reminds me, my son just like drove out in front on his bicycle in front of a car today when we went bike riding. Thank God I was there, but he will not be able to ride his bicycle without me from now on because he did that. He's never gone in front of a car before. He's 7. And I mean, I taught him not to do that, but he's not paying attention. So much going on. So I'm going to get going, everybody. I want to get up to the hill and I want to see if uh, my video will work up there live. So I love you guys. Just to let you know, I teach people how to love and appreciate themselves, to build confidence, to remove the pains in their body. All those pains in our body are just emotions that are bottled up in our body. I need your energy forever, Julie. Vince, well, I'm here. I'm here. I'm not going anywhere. Me. All right. I love you guys. Thanks for being here. I'll check in with you tomorrow or in the next couple hours. If you don't see me in a couple hours, that means my phone didn't connect up in the hills. And it's actually going to be on another phone because this one's charging. All right. Have a great day. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Love you too. Tomorrow, what was I going to talk about? Tomorrow, I'm going to be talking about healing the stomach, pain. If your body's not feeling good, it could be something that's not working properly, and it usually leads to the stomach falling apart, not working, which makes the rest of the body become just fragile and pain, inflammation, sometimes illness. So I'll see you tomorrow. We'll talk about it. Thanks for being here. I love you guys.